Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey for tonight's game as the Telford Tigers take on the Bracknell Bees. It's Christmas weekend, so Christmas jumper weekend. 1 out of 2 is not bad. A little earlier on, I caught up with Blaho Novak. So a good result in Milton Keynes last week, coming away with that 4-0 shutout.
Yeah, it was a very good result for us. We played really well, and to bounce back after those defeats, it was very important for us as well.
So far this season, you've had mixed fortunes in a lot of the games, but you've always got stuck in, and there's a bit of physical activity last time you played Bracknell. So, are we winding up again tonight?
Yeah. You always got to get stuck in and try my hardest. Sometimes it's hard, and you got to realise that, and then try to get over and then play as better as you can.
Well, hopefully you can get the result you're looking for this Christmas. Thanks.
All right, cheers, mate.
So the Tigers often dominated the Bees when the two teams have played against each other, but quite a physical affair often when they play Bracknell.
It is, the teams, I kind of guess, have been evenly matched to a point in the league. Now the Tigers have opened up a little gap from the Bees, but as you say, when these two teams meet, it's always physical. The Bees are missing a few guys tonight, and that can spur the rest of the team on to, put a physical show on.
So the Telford Tigers came away with a 4-0 victory out of Milton Keynes last weekend. Let's see how they get on tonight as they take on the Bracknell Bees, and we take a look at the first period action. Miller, Silverthorne and Szabo, first line. In defence, Weaver and Zajac set up. Smittle
Gospel in net.
Comes to the right wing. Antonov, Kostaruk, Benedict in defence, and the puck drops. It's won by Bracknell, banked off the boards by Benedict, and the puck just caught Weaver in the side of the head there as it bounced off the boards. Intercepted by Szabo, fed forward. It falls to Joe Miller as he curls back up the ice. He backhands it back down to Peter Szabo, looks across ice, gives it to Weaver, steps up to the blue line, gives it to Joe Miller going through the centre. Kostaruk delays, comes across the blue line, receives the pass, walks in, wrist shot. And Sam Gospel makes the save, but Antonov does the stick lift and takes it off the defenseman. A walk in from Kostaruk. He makes the shot, but it trickles towards Sam Gospel's pad. He got a stick and pushed the puck away from him, but a very dangerous play there between Antonov and Kostaruk.
Well, that's the clearest play of the game with regards to going on goal, and it wasn't a big shot for Sam to save, but it was a clear opportunity.
Smittle backhands forward to Antonov, Kearns onto the backhand, sort of passes back towards Kostaruk, and then he gets tipped forward, and suddenly Bracknell's passes looking much smoother. Getting them forward.
Well, they've got rid of the bus legs now. They've settled down a little bit.
You've got very quick skaters in Miller, Szabo and Silverthorne, and whoever's got the puck needs to make sure it gets in the zone so you're not holding the others up. Silverthorne shot as he drives down the right wing after receiving the pass from Peter Szabo. Metten makes the save, goes behind the net, cleared round the boards, come out, and now Kostaruk goes. He's got Antonov with him, 2-on-1, looks for the pass through, makes a shot and scores! Sam Zajac stayed with him, Kostaruk, he's looking across, you can see Antonov's there. Well done for Zajac for taking the passing lane away. He looked to pass across but didn't, so carried it on, went with conviction and finds a wrist shot in the top left-hand corner, beating Sam Gospel. 8 minutes and 14 seconds sees goal number 1 for the Bracknell Bees, scored by Milan Kostaruk, 88. Drive forward now. 12. Runs into a wall of defencemen. It's Weaver that takes the puck from him and deflects it off, but a good little break from Beasley. That's a fitting name for a Bracknell Bees player, isn't it?
Beasley.
Yeah. Mettenham makes a stick save, saves the puck, and to be fair, there was nowhere Peter Szabo was going. He was driving forward very quickly towards the Bracknell net, and as Mettenham comes out, stick saves the puck and covers up with his glove. There was nowhere Szabo was going, but over the top of Mettenham, and then drove over towards the boards. Peter Szabo takes the draw, Kostaruk wins it, drops back, skated out now by Lewis Turner. Off the boards, cleared out. Smittle putting the pressure on Zajac. Kostaruk picks it up in neutral ice, goes back into his own end, banks it off the boards, and then it was Ralph that puts it in the end zone. Smittle on the backhand, bounces across to Silverthorne, tries to find the pass through to Szabo, drops it on to Miller. Miller on the backhand, puts it across the front, and it drops over, and Antonov high sticks it away from the slot. It was over the crossbar. Antonov beautifully picks the puck out of the air, directs it to the corner, and then skates into the corner and picks it up himself. And because he played it himself, that counts as a high stick. It would have dropped to a Telford player, and they'd have got the advantage. It wouldn't have been blown down. Bracknell try and feed it up to the point. Silverthorne putting a lot of pressure on. Out to Zarbo and Benedict on a 1-on-0. 1-on-1, should I say. He walks in, makes the shot, and it goes wide to the left of the post.
Almost a minute and a half of pressure.
Weaver sets up the play behind the net. Just 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Plant on the puck, tips it forward. Silverthorne on the backhand of Peter Zarbo, and it drifts forward and then passes it back to Sam Zajac, and I thought that was going to be an opportunity to level it up, but as the hooter goes at the end of the first period, it's the Telford Tigers 0, Bracknell Bees 1. So at the end of the first period, 1-0. I don't think Coach Tom Watkins will be too happy with that first period performance, Alan.
Tom and Carl just coming back from the GB Under-20 Championship as France have just had a bubble burst in a big way there by that performance. Now,
looking at that first period, the puck was moving pretty well. The passes were stringing together, but they didn't seem that offensive passing and that sort of pass shot that we've seen so much.
That's what we've got used to, but you know what we did see was exactly that from Bracknell. Bracknell have come as the visitors tonight. They've shaken off the bus legs and have certainly looked more hungry in that period.
Absolutely. It took about 5 minutes to settle in, but then the work between Kosteruk and Antonov, it was the work rate that got the turnovers for them. They were all over the Telford Tigers defence, getting the turnovers and then converting that into scoring opportunities and a goal.
We saw it 2 or 3 times there. We almost had a duplication from Antonov, Antonov and Kosteruk for the first goal. They're lethal. They've got to be marked, and we're not doing it yet.
Let's take a look at the second period to see what Tom Watkins' men do to counteract the 1-0 lead that the Bracknell Bees start with. When you think of where Telford were when they were at bottom of the league some 2-3 years ago, there was a much bigger gap than there is between all the teams now. Yep. Anybody could turn anybody over. Now, Telford win the draw. Goes back. D-to-D pass. Headman to Zarbo. Deep into the corner. Silverthorne.
A bit of a delay in the face-off as Plant is kicked out. Bebrea takes it. Loses out.
Deflects from Sam Gospel. Picked up by Rick Plant. Drives forward. Stretch ice pass. Tries to find Bebrea. Goes behind him. Banks off the boards. And Ralph clears the puck up off the boards. And then it's picked back up again as Turner sends it round the boards. There's a bit of a battle against the barrier there between Max Bebrea and Plant. Walks out with the puck, puts it onto the back post. Shot comes in from Martin Andre and takes Metham by surprise and puts it in the back of the net. Plant held the puck. Metham went with him. He looked. Martin Andre came into the back post. Pass comes across, straight in the back of the net. And now, on 1 minute and 2 seconds of the second period, the Telford Tigers bring themselves back in the game with a goal from number 6, Martin Andre, assisted by 8, Rick Plant, at 21 minutes and 2 seconds.
Well, what a well-taken goal. Plant, I thought, was in a more prone position for shooting. And when it went across, I thought, what's happening there? But Martin Andre was right in the right place.
Yeah, first time straight off the wrist into the back of the net. And now Scott puts the pressure on, but Antonov on the break. Heads it forward to Spearing, holds up on the blue line. A bit of a battle there as Beasley drives forward. Now, Bebrea with Plant. Bebrea walks in, shoots.
And he picks up his own rebound and scores!
He shot the puck into Metham. It deflects from Metham's leg pad straight back out to Max Bebrea, who sweeps at the puck like a broom at the rebound, gets connection with it through the 5-hole and then slides into Metham, who falls on top of him. And within another 25 seconds, the Tigers put their second goal on the top. This time scored by 23, Max Bebrea at 21 minutes and 27 seconds.
Well, let me just say that roasting's obviously worked because the guys have come out there and...
whatever was said to those boys between the periods seems to have struck home.
Come on, guys.
Smythe goes into the corner with Galazzi off the draw, and now Max Bebrea picks it up from Galazzi's backhand, carries it forward, drops it off to Macaulay Hayward. Back to Bebrea, walks in, and a wrist shot up into the top right-hand corner, snatched out of the air by Metham between the pipes, and that was an awesome save. A good drive from Hayward, pass through from Max Bebrea, full steam ahead into the slot, picks his time, aims for the top right-hand corner, and denied by the catching mitt of Metham.
The pressure's on from the Tigers, they're forcing it in, and now as the Bees dump it out.
Long pass to Costerup. Drops to his feet, but a poke check from Marcus Maynard. Costerup concedes and takes a line change. Tigers breaking out through neutral ice. Silverthorne reaches up from the puck. Cleared out from the defenseman, Joshua Tetlow. Switch sides up to the point. Silverthorne, first time shot. And that deflected as it went through to Meta, because it was from where we were. That was about a foot and a half wide to the left.
Well, I saw the shot go and I looked down at my notes. I thought, well, that's going wide. So I didn't see what did it deflect off.
I'm not sure whether it was the netminder or the defenseman coming in behind him, but it took a deflection, I think, from the inside of the leg pad and then went into the back corner. Where that came from, God only knows. Jason Silverthorne, shot from the point. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Telford Tigers versus Bracknell Bees. Rinkside with red hockey at the Telford ice rink. Bit of a collision off the draw. The puck's picked up by Novak, who just shoots it into the right-hand corner over the shoulder of Metum, and he'll be gutted. That's 25-43. 20 seconds after the last Tigers goal, we see goal number 4 off the draw. There was confusion over the puck. It was loose. Novak picks up the puck, picks his spot in the top right-hand corner and fires it home for the 4th goal of the night for the Telford Tigers inside 5 minutes.
Well, can you believe, I can't remember that happening before. 4 goals in 5 minutes from a 1-zip first period.
Silverthorne, backhand pass out to Peter Szabo. Miller's with him in support, delays the puck to Miller, walks into Silverthorne on the back post, and Silverthorne comes in with his stick in front, and it ends up that the front of the blade of the stick goes into the blocker of Mettenham as the Bracknell Bees break out in the other direction. Shot comes in from the point, takes a deflection from Sam Gospel's pads over to the glass of the away team dressing room. Puck goes up ice. Miller puts Graham under pressure, tries to intercept it. Szabo pushing and shoving as he skates in towards Spearing. The puck's loose. Silverthorne walks in and backhand shots off the post, and it went off the right post and drops down. That was very nearly the 5th goal for Jason Silverthorne. Spearing loses his footing, but Brea was still on the ice, so too many men the call. The Bracknell power play. Silverthorne and Hill, the front of the Telford short-handed kill. Weaver and Zajac at the back.
And these are the guys that like to rush forward short-handedly, short-handed and score.
Smittle dumps it across. It was Szabo and Silverthorne that really put the pressure on. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they come out for the second half of the kill.
The Bees have set it up in the Tigers'
Smittle.
end.
Shot and into the top right corner. Now, you can see the look of disappointment on Sam Gaspel's face. Smittle on the point, gets the puck, and we could see a lot of top right-hand corner from here. Obviously, Smittle could as well, and just pop the puck in there. So, 30 minutes and 36 seconds. It took Lucas Smittle just 30 seconds of the power play to put the second Bracknell goal on the clock.
No, that wasn't a rocket of a shot. He floated that in looked. He saw the space.
He saw the space and put it where it needed to be.
Gospel would have been shielded from that.
Yeah. You could see the frustration as he got back up, that there was no way that he saw where that was coming from. Well, Szabo walks in, shoots for the body. Silverthorne on the back post, puck's bouncing around, and Peter Szabo skates onto it, swings at the puck. You've got Miller on the back post, Silverthorne on the far right-hand side, Szabo in front. The puck's bouncing around. Szabo swings at it, connects, and fires it home for the 5th goal of the night for the Telford Tigers. Replying to that goal from Lucas Smittle under 20 seconds later. The time, Peter Szabo's 5th goal for the Telford Tigers, scored at 30 minutes and 51 seconds. Benedict just puts it off the backhand. Lucas Smittle there on the puck again. I'm not sure what position he's playing. Everywhere, I think, would be the answer. Plant drives forward. Now, Brea up to the point. Shot from Weaver. Weaver receives the pass on the point and does a wrist shot, not too dissimilar for Lucas Smittles on this direction, and finds some space in the net. Metum skates out. Really frustrated, but where'd you go?
Well, that was a soft one to let in, but Jonathan Weaver, the difference between his shot And the last goal we saw for the Bees was Weaver, as we know, goes downstairs more of the time. Yeah,
puts it bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah. Silverthorne in for the draw. Weaver's poised for the shot. If he gets it, he does get it.
There was a question mark of who was picking the puck up there. It just sat on the ice.
Yeah. He's got to make something of it
back
now.
to Weaver, through to Silverthorne, reaches forward with the puck. Quick drive through from Zabo into the corner, picks it up behind the net, tries to flick it through on the backhand to Joe Miller. Switches side, uses the body strength to get to the puck and feeds it up to Weaver, but now Spearing's on the break, passes across, walking from Barker, didn't get the wood to the puck, so it drifts to the left-hand side. There's a bit of a battle for the puck, and it was the backhand of Barker that sent it in the corner. Joe Miller gets the body positioning, and at the hooter at the end of the second period, we finished that one. Telford Tigers 6, Bracknell Bees 2. That period score was 5-1. So quite a contrast in that period. The Telford Tigers came out firing on all cylinders.
Well, you know, we said at the end of the last period, Tom's got to go in there and say something. His bubble had been burst from the big success out in France. And my goodness, what he must have said in there.
And that's what you've got to do. You've got to turn your team's fortunes around. They came out hard, they scored a goal. 20 seconds later, another one goes up, and they end up clocking up, 6 goals in a period?
And they could have had a couple more as well, but Bray was on for a sort of 2-minute hat-trick at one point.
There was 2 pieces of pipe work hit as well.
Yeah.
So quite a difference in the first to second period. The 6-2 scoreline, the question is, can Bracknell shift the momentum again, do you think?
Personally, I don't think so. I think it's gone too far for them now. They used very cleverly, they used the timeout there when it started to slip. And I think it was 20 seconds after the timeout, the Tigers came out and scored again. So that timeout, that regroup is gone. I think the deficit is too much for them. By the way they've been playing now, I think it's gone too far now.
Metham's confidence has got to have dropped as well. He faced 21 shots to Telford, facing 11 shots in that period. The first period, there was only 3 shots between the two of them.
Yeah, and you say Metham is a key figure for these guys. You know, he keeps them in a lot. He's keeping the scores down to what they should be in most of the games. But like when he's getting past them like that in quick succession, it's very, very difficult.
And once your head drops, let's take a look at the third period action. And if by magic we're back.
How about that? I wish I could change my battery.
Off the draw now. Bounces around in neutral ice. Goes from side to side. Kosteruk picks it up off Weaver. Drives in, puts it in on the backhand, tries to chip it through to Antonov, turns up ice to delay a little bit of time. Brea stood up by Graham.
It's given away, Miller gets a backhand, but it's wide. Zabo picks it up behind the net. Zajac with a shot.
And he goes into the corner.
Now they've set up.
Zabo feeds it forward to Miller. Miller on the backhand, shoots! And it deflected from Metham's leg pad up to the pipework and dropped back down in front of him for the scooping up with his catcher pad. There was a little bit of a gap, but that bounce between the leg pad and the post was enough to stop it going in the back of the net.
Well, that small bit of action's taken 6 minutes and 27 seconds of this period to happen. Face off in the Tigers' end.
Broken stick.
And it's a Bees player.
Kosteruk.
4-on-4 moment.
What's the bet? Oh my God! And that was
Smith's wrist shot.
Smithel picked up the puck just on the blue line, walks down, makes that slow, precisely placed wrist shot into the back of the net, beating Sam Gospel. And we said that was a power play, and it was a power play goal last time, wasn't it, from Smithel as well? Off the draw, Zabo wins it, drops back to the defenseman. Kosteruk plays the body. Puck comes out. Ford nearly lost his footing there and fell over in that spot again.
He nearly tripped over the red line.
Zajac drives forward with the puck. Zabo's coming through the middle. Zajac makes the shot. The rebounded save drifts into the corner where Peter Zabo picks it up. Shot comes across the front. Zajac reaches round for the puck. Loses his footing, gets back up, comes in front. Weaver from the point, shoots it on the back post, and he literally, Zabo put his stick on the ice, Weaver shot at the stick, and it deflects off it straight into the back of the net. I think they've been practicing that on practice, because that was a hell of a goal. Zabo scored it, Weaver made the shot from the point, and now an even-handed goal, because it was 4-on-4, timed at 53 minutes and 48 seconds. Puts it to the right-hand side, Kosteruk on the backhand, comes through the middle. Bracknell missing Antonov as he's still serving his 10-minute misconduct.
Silverthorne on the goalie.
He's through! And a great catching mid save.
Wow.
Silverthorne bought the time, aimed for the top right-hand corner, met him, narrowed down the angle, lifted his catching mitt and plucked the puck out of the air from Jason Silverthorne's stick.
Well, that's two spectacular saves. Medham's brought out tonight too.
1-0 and Mettenham.
Drifted the man of the match there. Zabo, I think, for the Tigers.
Yeah. Smittle's got to be Bracknell for me. He got a couple of the goals and he worked hard. He was all over the game. Kostruk and Antonov had a good game, but Smittle did the business on the clock.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, the Telford Tigers win convincingly 7-3 against the Bracknell Bees.
So, not the strongest of starts in the first period?
No, I just said that to boys. It was unimpressive. We played well through the second, but it's tough. You know, they're a team that are fighting. They worked incredibly hard, I thought, in the first period. But obviously, I think the skill factor through that period probably was the difference.
And what did you say in the break? Because they came out so quick in the second.
I think everybody knew that we weren't playing at the level or what's expected. I just felt we got outworked. You know, our work ethic had to go up. We had to be better individually and create something. We didn't create anything in the first period, but we certainly did in the second. I actually thought we missed quite a bit. But, you know, I thought Bracknell came here and they worked hard and they put us under a bit of pressure, put us on the back foot in the first. Our PK got to be tighter. We've got to be in lanes, you know, making sure that we can block shots, trying to clog the front of the net, 2 goals that they get from that. But all in all, 2 points and reasonably happy. You know, just got back 20 minutes before the guys took for warm-up, so not really a lot of time to prepare.
So Tom Watkins gave the result he was looking for in the second period when the Tigers came away with a convincing win against the Bracknell Bees. The next home game will be next year on Saturday the 2nd of January. It'll be a 6 o'clock face-off when the Telford Tigers take on the Manchester Phoenix. Tickets available online at tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.